These are going to count for very little when it really comes to the crunch, because that's what we're going to come to. It is, of course, figure of 8. And in a moment or two, the first of the cars will be coming to the crossroads for the first time. Here they come. And just as the field, in fact, clears, but the world champion, Mr. Bump there, Sean Lydiard, 267, just gets the back end whacked as he's the last man across the crossroads. I suppose that's one of the penalties of being world champion on figure of 8. You're always likely to get your tail chopped off in the early stages of the race. So there we are, 12 laps to come for the Van Bangers. And as you can see, casualties come thick and casualties come fast in this one. There's two ways you can go for the crossroads, really. You can just go, shut your eyes and hope. Or some of the guys do it a bit more technically than that. They're on the bend and looking for a gap and try to time their speed to get between the others. But I think most of them, they decide at the last minute whether they're going to go or whether they're going to stop. And most of them go, they seldom stop. Well, out of this mayhem, let's see if we can... First, poor old Grizzly Adams gets an almighty whack in the side. That's Stephen Adams from Edmonton. Gets an almighty whack in the side. Let's see if we can try and pick up some places for you. There's just a couple of laps gone. 269. Bob Stevens from Sussex is in the lead. 269 if you find him somewhere in there. 52, I think, is second, Bob Alderman, and 264 is in third place, Brian Black. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 269, 52, and 264. You may well spot them. On the other hand, you may not. Banger racing, a lot of fun, although I have to say that I'm sure the leading drivers in banger racing take it just as seriously as any of the hot rod boys do. They spend a lot of time on getting their motors prepared. They want them to try and last as long as possible, and of course they want them to go well, because at the end of the day, it's all about winning the race, winning the event.
That's what it's all about. Race preparation for these boys is just to remove your brain when the flag drops.
Well, that's one point of view. 269, we're looking for our leader, Robert Stevens. There he is. Disappearing behind the 44 motor of Barry Cannon. But there he is, he's going quite well at the moment. Just, oh yes, he sneaks across the crossroads without too much trouble. He's the leader. Now, how far is he ahead? 20, in fact, is second. Roger Wilkinson, the big white van, I think it's a Transit, the big white Transit. There we are. That's the second place. There we are. So they're coming to the crossroads now. Roger Wilkinson gets clobbered. That was 223. Barry Bull just caught him on the back end, and I'm afraid Roger Wilkinson now down about 3 or 4 places. So 269, 114, I suspect, has now moved up. Mick Davis, he's the British banger champion. He's moved up into second place. 323 is running third. Jeff Roberts, known as the Wasp. There's the Hulk, 114, and indeed he's in second place now, Mick Davis. Always goes well. The black and white checkered roof there denoting his British Championship tag. A lot of damaged cars, as you can see, out there on that crossroad. So you've got to negotiate them as well, of course, for avoiding the traffic coming in the opposite direction.
You can actually appreciate the speed of the vans, because when they are coming together and hitting in that crossroad section there, it takes quite a lot to spin something like a 3-ton van completely round.
Quite a lot of damage, of course. They really do well and truly get bashed. Wings and doors get ripped off. But most of the drivers managed to survive. And now there's just an example. That car was being driven by Paul Needs from Enfield. As you can see, the whole of that front corner has literally gone, and he's well and truly out. Well, here we are, 269, slipped to second place now because the Hulk has moved up. 114, in fact, has taken the lead, if we can find him. At least he had a moment or two ago. He indeed is just hacking across the... Oh, and he only just made it across the crossroads, the Hulk. To hang on, but he came across the crossroads so fast, he in fact overshot it, slithered into the fence, and coming through on the inside is 269. I think now to probably take it back. So the Hulk is in trouble against the fence, and 269 is back there. 122 has come into the picture as well. That's the Cambridgeshire champion, Trevor Newland. Oh, the Hulk's back in.
Yeah, he's got a damaged near side front wheel.
How much further he's going to last, I don't know. And we've got real problems in the centre of the crossroads. We're just coming just beyond halfway, a 12-lapper. And they're well and truly in there now. There's 3 more laps to go, I'm told. 3 more now to go as we're into the 8th lap now. And let's pick up the basics for you. In fact, it's 1:22. Trevor Newland, who is now the leader. 2:69 is in second place, Bob Stevens. And 1:32, I think, 1:52 rather, has now moved into third place, Graham Coulter. So that's the 1-2-3.
Sitting in the centre of the crossroads there, actually the driver is still sitting in that van. The driver's door has been taken off, but the poor driver is still sitting in there with vans coming from all directions at about 40 to 50 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's poor old Barry Bould, and he looks as if he perhaps can't get out. It's not a very safe place.
Oh.
He's just been clobbered, in fact, by 6:29, Graham Rout.
He doesn't look a happy man there. I wish you a happy new year.
Pained expression on his face there. And I think the wisest thing he can do is to get out of there fast. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we'll see if we can try. Oh, he's out. Barry Bull now makes a run for it. So there we are. That's 1:22. He is the leader, relatively unscathed. There's more that's going to be said for that one in front of him. Oh, hang on, straighten her up. He's still there, and he's got 2:69, about 10 yards behind him in second place. There they are, 1:22, the blue van. And just in behind, in fact, lost a bit of ground, the second place man. There's 1 more lap to go when they come through this time.
1:22
It's still
Trevor Newland, the Cambridge champion.
It's 1:22. That's it, into the final lap now. That's the man who's chasing him, 2:69. And there's literally 20 yards between them. 2:69, this is the second. Over the crossroads they come, that's the lead.